Hey, Nick Huey here, your video friend, here to show you how to make a title sequence in your Premiere project. Let's go! Okay, so now we open up Premiere and we have to create a new project. A new project. Let's save it to the desktop or whatever folder you want. I'm just doing this because it's easy. And then we do making a title. Bam! And first things first, let's drop in the footage. Go to your folder, drag in the video clip you want. And there it is. Right click on the clip, new sequence from clip. That creates the settings set into this project. So there's me being a dork, and we'll go over here where I start talking. So let me first remove the beginning like that. Maybe that's where I want to start.
Hey, what's up, Nick Huey?
And then we could right click, ripple delete, and that brings it all the way back to 0, right at the start. So let's create the text. Click the text tool, click anywhere. I kind of want the titles to be around here. Let's say my name is Baloney and I want my last name to be Smith. So I create a new one by holding Alt and then clicking on whatever object or item here, and I drag it up. And that creates a second one. You could also do, hit the T and create a new one too. But this, if I do it this way and make a copy, it's already on the X-axis. I don't have to eyeball it, and I know exactly where it is. So right now we'll see 2 of them. So I'm dragging it on the X-axis here, in this effects tab over here, under vector motion, X, Y, and size. See? Get big and small. Control Z, Control Z. All right. So we want the Baloney as my first name, and my last name, I want it to be Smith. Let's change the color, shall we? Let's click Baloney, scroll down, hit this text, this little arrow here at text, Baloney. Oh, we gotta highlight it, so let's highlight all the text, otherwise this color won't change. Go to white. That's how you change the color. So let's do this. We want it to fly in and fly out. We want the Baloney to fly in like this, hold for a second, and fly out. All right. But let's change the font. The font, I don't like that. Let's do Lato regular. Let's do the same thing on Smith. Hit Smith, go to text, Lato. Oh, I gotta highlight the text. I always forget that. Lato regular. Boom. All right. You could see what else you could do on your own time, but that's what you can do right now. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Baloney. We want it to be here. We want it to start off screen, so what we're gonna do is drag it off screen, hit this little time icon, which creates a keyframe on that time. The red box is where the text is. Then we move up a little, maybe let's say 2 seconds. And then we'll drag it in, boom. And then we want to hold there for maybe 3 seconds. So we'll go to 5 seconds, hit another keyframe, and we'll go off 2 seconds to 7. Let's make it longer to 7. And we'll select that and drag it off the screen. Drag it off, oops. And we'll drag it off the screen like that. All right, so over here, I'm gonna zoom in on the timeline real quick. Just a side note. This blue line shows what is coming up next in the next frame. So right now we see the last frame of the text. If we go further, we see nothing because there's no more text there. So what I had to do was pull it back 1 frame to see the text so I could move it around and know where it's going. All right, minus sign to zoom out. And if we select Baloney, we can see all these 4 keyframes. Comes in, stays there, and it leaves. And I want it to be smooth, so to make this smoother, I'll hit play. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hey, what's up?
Boom, abrupt stop, and then abrupt start, and then it's gone. So I want the abruptness to be gone. Right click on each, ease in, ease out for when the motion starts. Then you go to the next keyframe, right click, temporal interpolation, and then ease in. Ease out when it starts, ease in when it ends. So the motion starts coming in.
Hey, what's up? Kiwi here.
See that smooth motion where it ended? Ooh.
Here, your online video friend.
And then I want to do the rest for the rest of, and I want to do it to the end of all the other keyframes. Right click, ease out, right click, ease in. All right, so this is what the baloney looks like.
Hey, what's up?
Comes in,
Kiwi here, your online video friend.
Stays there for a second, and flies out. Okay, I want to do the same thing with Smith. We did all that on the baloney. Now the Smith's turn. So we click Smith, we select a keyframe, and we drag it out. Drag it out. That's where we want it to start at 0 seconds. Now we click baloney again. Go to the keyframe over here. Now you could eyeball it, but that's really hard to get the exact time, and we need the exact time for it to stop with the baloney text at the same time. So we hit this arrow here, go to the next keyframe, and what that does, it locks it into that second on the timeline. Hit Smith, hit the keyframe, and at the second keyframe, we want it to come in. We want it to fly in, so I hold the x-axis, drag it to the left, and make it stop there. And now we want it to stay there until the baloney moves out, so we want it to move out at the same time the baloney does. Click baloney, next keyframe, hit the Smith, because it's going to hit that at that time. Boom. All right, so what that tells the computer is during the time between these two keyframes, it's going to stay there the whole time. And now I want it to move away. See how the baloney moves out? I want the Smith to move out too. So we click baloney, go to the last keyframe, hit Smith, and drag it out to the left because I want them to cross. And now I have to do the interpolation stuff. Ease out, right click, ease in, right click, ease out, right click, ease in. And that should do it. Let's check it out, see what happens. Go to the beginning, hit play. Boom, 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 baloney Smith is in. There it is. It's going to fly out like that. And that's how you create text flying in and out. Well, that's how you create text flying in and out. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more video stuff. Nick here, see you later.